Hello and welcome. So who is this video for? This video is for a guy who's 40 or over and is overweight, but I'm really speaking to those who are, let's say, 10 to 30 pounds overweight and still pretty active. While some of the things we discuss here could help someone who is extremely overweight, I'm not really focusing on that category, but rather on someone who is carrying maybe some extra pounds, like 20 to 30 pounds, even though they may be active, they're having trouble getting any progress on their weight loss. So with that, let's get to what counts and how much does it count. For a man 40 or over, it's my experience that the pie chart of importance looks like this: 10% sleep, 20% exercise, 70% diet. That means the biggest factor in your excess weight is the diet. The other two things are important, but even if you're getting proper sleep and plenty of exercise, if you're not careful with what you eat, you can still find yourself to be gaining weight. We'll briefly go through the sleep and exercise before getting to the all-important diet. Sleep is important to all aspects of health, and some studies have shown that a lack of sleep can lead to increased appetite and decreased energy, resulting in weight gain. So you want to make sure you are getting a good night's sleep 6 to 8 hours a night. If you are not getting enough sleep on a regular basis, see if any of these tips can help you. Avoid caffeine 10 hours prior to bedtime. Try to avoid drinking liquids and eating 2 hours before bedtime. Keep your room with a comfortable climate. A little on the cool side is said to improve sleeping. Use blackout window shades to keep out the morning sun so you don't wake up prematurely. Avoid digital screens 1 hour before bed, tablets, phone, TV. Instead, do some reading to help you fall asleep. Finally, comfortable sleeping clothes or pajamas. Now, on to exercise. Me personally, I enjoy exercising, but I recognize not everyone likes working out. My advice is to try to find some activities, exercises that you like. I like lifting weights and running, but if that's not your thing, try to find something else: swimming, biking, tennis, rowing, or whatever. Some people like exercise classes, other people like to work out alone. Find what works for you and try to get in a mix of strength training and cardio activities at least 3 times a week, but preferably 4 to 5 times a week. Let's talk about finding the time for exercise. Everybody's busy, that's for sure, but being fit is about lifestyle. It's one thing to be busy at work or with a family situation for a few weeks and miss some workouts. But if you find that it's a long-term problem, e.g. months, where you don't have time to exercise on a regular basis, you need to take a look at what's going on in your life and see what adjustments can be made. There's no specific advice here. The best I can say is that you have to look at the time-consuming factors in your life and see where you can make some adjustments so you can spare 4 to 5 hours a week at a minimum to stay healthy. Next, let's talk about workout plans. Change your workout plans if needed. Don't cancel them. I've seen a lot of guys bag a workout because a meeting came up. I've seen them walk into the gym, realize they forgot their shirt, and walk out again. Instead of canceling, make some modifications for that day. For example, you thought you'd have an hour to work out, but as it turns out you only have 30 minutes and you forgot your gym clothes? Go to the gym anyway. Do a couple exercises that won't get you all sweaty and at least get something in. You've got a meeting come up when you were supposed to go to the gym? Go later on in the day. Make it happen. Now, let's get to the fun part, eating. As I mentioned before, sleep and exercise, while important, are not the entire equation. For men 40 and over, I find that diet makes up 70% of the weight loss. You can get great sleep, work out 7 days a week. If you are not mindful of your food intake, you will still put on weight. So let's get started. If you haven't been dieting, the first thing to do is just watch what you eat. Reduce the bad stuff, desserts, alcohol, fatty foods. Take a look at the portions and cut them down. Use smaller plates. Don't get seconds. It's not easy, and you typically won't notice any results for at least 2 weeks. That's what makes getting started so hard. Also, it takes about a week for your brain and your body to get used to eating less, so getting through that first week is key. Once you get through that first week, it can get a bit easier. So here's a few dieting tips, in no particular order. Some may work for you, others may not. Try them and adopt the ones that seem effective for you. Drink a glass of water before a meal. Drinking a glass of water before a meal can serve as a natural appetite suppressant. As an alternative, drinking a diet drink such as a diet vitamin water, diet Snapple iced tea, or other low-cal drink can also serve this purpose. When you feel like eating, but you know you shouldn't, try chewing gum instead. it gets your mouth chewing without consuming the amount of calories you would normally be consuming by eating. When you feel like eating but you know you shouldn't, try eating something like hot air pop popcorn. It has no oil on it and thus is fairly low in calories. You can go through the motions of munching without actually consuming a lot of food. Plan your meals for the day. If you know you're going out for a big lunch today, go light on breakfast. Are you going out to a restaurant for dinner? Check the menu online and decide what you might order ahead of time. Are the restaurant portions big? When the server comes with your food, cut your portion in half right away. Eat one half and bag the other half or discard it. If you're heading to a buffet, and buffets are the worst for the diet, before you grab a plate and start piling it on, walk around the buffet to see all the choices. Try to identify the healthy stuff and start with that. Have a little bit of salad first, then save room for a small sampling of the stuff you really like. Are you going on vacation? Try to get in a couple workouts if possible. They can be what I call 1/3 workouts. Try to do about a third of your normal cardio and a little bit of weight exercises at least twice a week while on vacation. It will make things easier when you come back from vacation. Be mindful of the food you eat on vacation. Yes, you want to enjoy yourself, but don't let your whole weight loss plan completely unravel just because you are on vacation. If one meal is big, go light on the other meals. Big breakfast, then go real light on lunch and dinner. Make sure you enjoy your vacations. Relax a bit on the diet and exercise, but don't let it all unravel. Weigh yourself daily, if possible. Use the same scale at the same time of day every day. If possible, use an app on your phone to track your weight. Weight will fluctuate day to day, so don't stress if you see your weight increase by up to 2 pounds from one day to the next. However, if you see 3 or 4 days of consecutive increase, that is an indication that you are headed in the wrong direction. Reevaluate your diet and exercise plan. Maintain it. Select a range, like a 5-pound window, that you want to stay in. Try to get to the center of that window and then keep your weight plus or minus 2 or 3 pounds. If you get too heavy, diet a little harder to get back into your window. Let's talk about injuries. Work out for long enough and you are going to get some injuries. The key is to recover and also try to not let it totally derail your workouts. If you are in the habit of getting to the gym, keep it up. Just change your routine to allow healing. I once hurt my lower back pretty bad. It was painful to do many exercises and activities. I would rest, it would start to feel better, then I'd go back to the gym and hurt it again. Finally, after seeing the doctor, he told me I needed to give it more healing time beyond what I had been doing. I needed to give it about 6 weeks. During that time, I was limited to only a few exercises, like walking, how boring, on the treadmill, and doing some tricep dips. That's about all I could do. But I kept doing that to fill the time slot. Then, eventually I healed and I could resume the normal workouts. But I kept my routine going so nothing else could fill up that time I was using for the gym. In summary, this is not recreation. I encourage you to think of your workouts, diet, and sleep pattern as a necessity, not a recreational activity. A recreational activity is something you do for fun when and if you have time. Being fit is key to every aspect of your life. When you're fit, you feel better, you have more energy, better concentration. Every aspect of your life is enhanced. You probably already know that, so now take it to the next level by making sure your diet, sleep, and exercise are where they need to be to get you the results you deserve.